On a heart to heart, we need to fall back in love with each other. I mean, how can I love myself, but I'm willing to shoot you down? How can you love yourself and you willing to shoot somebody down that look just like you? It's like, where we get this hate from? Why we hate each other so much? Why I hate myself so much that I see somebody that look like me and I automatically got this hate inside for them. These things that we gotta understand, these are things that we need to come to grips with. Because if I really loved myself, I wouldn't be so easy to shoot you down, or you wouldn't be so easy to shoot me down. I mean, it's like, no matter how much money we get, no matter how much material things we have, no matter how much success we have, it's still this disease within our heart where we hate on each other or we dislike one another. And we gotta come to terms and understand, where did that come from? When we was on the plantation, under the extreme control of our former slave masters, that's what they embedded in us. Hate. They spoke down to us. They spoke bad about us. They said things degrading to us. And this is who we looking up to as massa. Okay, massa. But this same master, you witness do evil things to you, beat you, whipped you, raped you, male and female, sodomized you, abused your children, separated your family. And these are the things that you seen as examples coming from massa. So if you're looking at master like he the master, then that means you feel like it was okay to do what master do. So you started hating each other, looking down on each other. Couldn't stand the color of your skin, couldn't stand your features. Hated your broad nose, thick lips. Hated yourself. Hated your nappy hair. Well, that's the hair that God gave you naturally. So every example we had when we was under the control of the slave master was all about hate, dislike. And then if we go off into the Willie Lynch syndrome, that take things to a whole nother level, because that was an intentional mind frame that they put down on the slaves so the slaves could hate one another based off opposites: light, dark, short, tall, skinny, fat, male, female, young, old. Every opposite thing the slave mind was trained to dislike or look at it like it's something wrong with that. And that was for the control purposes, for the divide and conquer, keep the slaves ununited, looking at each other like, no love, hate everything. But we can't begin to heal a disease within our heart and our mind until we understand the root of it and where it comes from. Once you know the particular illness that you have within, then you can begin to combat it or begin to recognize it when it flare up, or you get these certain thoughts in your mind when you see a light-skinned person. feelings that come up. And you can begin to recognize and relate it to why you having that mindset, or why that idea or thought came up in your head. We really gotta get over self-hate, because it's really destroying us. It's really hindering our progress as a people. And it's really spoiling the kids and robbing them of a bright future when we raising them, but then they see how we act and behave towards another person that look like us, another person that look like them. It's like we teaching them from the cradle to hate and have a disregard for what look like them. But if I look in the mirror and I don't love myself, and I really don't love what I see, then how can I love some outside of me that look like what I look like? It's impossible. How can I hate you? And it's likely that I have a baby that look just like your baby when they little and born. Look just alike. Like they could be brothers or sisters or something. But we really gotta come to grips with that, because if we don't, in an atmosphere of hate, in an atmosphere of self-hate, it's no productivity. You cannot be productive in an atmosphere of hate. The emotion of hate alone is draining, and it takes energy. It kills your spirit. It messes up your vibe. I mean, how can you accomplish something? Like really accomplish something if you overwhelmed by the feelings of hate when you see the next individual that look like you? Self-hate has to be overcame. If love was there, it would be real difficult for me to so easily shoot you to kill you, or shoot to kill you in whatever way, whether I'm shooting verbal attacks or the aggressive attitude, just any type of negativity. It would be hard for me to express, or hard for us to express against one another if we really loved one another. We really gotta learn to love one another. We gotta fall in love with each other. We gotta fall in love with each other again. If we can't develop love, a sincere love, a love that ain't based off I love you for the moment because of the benefit I could get from you, or I love you for the moment because you doing what I want you to do. No, it gotta be a real sincere love, like that God love. Like God show us love no matter what. No matter what, we benefit from God's blessings and grace, even if we obeying God, doing everything to the T that God wants us to do, or not. That grace and mercy and benefits that come from God still flow to us regardless. And that's an example of real love, because even though you may not be doing what God wants you to do, or you may not be living listening to his word that benefits your life to the letter or to the T, you still reap the benefits that come from what God created. God, mercy, and grace still flow to all of us. And until we learn to love with a unselfish love, a sincere love, then we won't never really be able to grow together as one, because the love is not true. The love has a ulterior, selfish motive or intent behind it. When love is sincere and true, it's just love. Not a blind love, but a true, real love, meaning that I accept you where you at. But in real love, you are expected to grow at some point. You can't just stay where you at, because then that's going against life and that's going against nature, because we meant to grow, evolve, progress, step up. That's just like a little baby. A little baby don't scoot across the floor all his life. Eventually it stand up, grab a hold of something, and start trying to take steps and walk. And once it master walking, it's running. Then next thing you know, it's trying to jump off stuff and do flips and all that type of extra stuff. But the basic nature of things is growth, progress, a stepping up. But we all gotta find the true and sincere love for one another, because other than that, we just gonna keep destroying each other. It's gonna be easy for us to knock each other down. It's gonna be easy for us to just kill one another, whether we killing one another from a mental standpoint, whether we killing one another from a physical standpoint. It just make it that much easier for us to destroy one another. But we need an atmosphere of love, because without love, we not gonna grow. Without love, we not gonna really care and really have true concern and feelings for each other. But we need love to make it through the rough days that's coming.